They do. Dykstra goes to the near boards for the Penguins. Gave it away to Tocchet. Tocchet trying to move in. He is bumped by Cullen. Goes off his skates, and that was a check there by the Penguins that got them the puck back. Cunningworth coming back for the Pants. Shoots and scores against Hextall with a long blast. And the Penguins take a 1-0 lead. Little discussion going on between the two benches as players mill about on the ice, and Paul Stewart, the referee, over to immediately take command of the situation. A former player is Paul Stewart, and he seems to have control of players better than just about anybody in the league as far as his ability to handle them and break them up and keep them quiet. Pass off Dan Quinn. The Flyers tried to move it up ice. They can't do it. They're back in their own zone. Gordon Murphy has trouble handling it. That could spell trouble. Caulfield belts him with a check. It comes around to Jay Wells, and the Flyers get it to the blue line and out. When a defenseman starts to struggle and misplays a puck in his own end, boy, you start thinking, that mistake, where's it going to lead to? Now we've got a fight here. Zemlak's going to go with Craig Berube. Back in the Flyers in. Craig Berube and Richard Zemlak, they're going to go. No punches thrown yet. The linesmen are backing off with these two heavyweights, and now they move into one another. Craig Berube and Richard Zemlak are right by Berube. Zemlak trying to get himself free, comes with a right hand. Berube, who had a ton of ice time and a penalty time in the minor leagues, and he and Zemlak are still wailing away at one another. Zemlak's got his helmet off now, throws it on the ice, and the linesman will step in. Craig Berube of the Philadelphia Flyers and Richard Zemlak of the Pittsburgh Penguins will both receive penalties here. We'll wait and see if there's an instigating penalty too. We have not had a power play opportunity for either club here in this first period. Flyers return back to center, and Peter Zezel, right wing pass to Kerr. Back to Zezel, cutting for the net. He's stopped by Peter Angelo, and the net's knocked off the moorings. There'll be a tripping call coming up against the Penguins. The light went on. The puck is in the net, but I believe the puck went in after the net was knocked off the moorings. I don't believe there'll be a goal. And now Paul Stewart is motioning something with his hand, as though the puck were directed in with a hand.
Stopped the puck, and then it was knocked into the net, and then I think maybe that might have been a goal. If they're seeing it on the replay, I think it was in.
Here's a shot from the right point by the Flyers. Blocked. The Penguins pick it up in the slot area. Dave Hannon hit from behind. Trying to work it out. He's knocked down. The Flyers keep control of it. Gord Murphy at the right side. Murphy center point, near side pass to Paliak on a Philadelphia. In front is big Tim Kerr. Jimmy Johnson's trying to work him over and get him out of there. Tough job. Proper on the net shoots, and now Kerr gets the rebound. He drills it in. Kerr and Jimmy Johnson battling one another, and I'll tell you, that is a heavyweight battle there. Johnson whacking to the legs of Tim Kerr. Kerr's a 240-pounder, and he is tough to move. And off the boards, and away it goes. Jimmy Johnson gave it all he had. All right, at center ice. The Flyers take command of the puck, and they have it, and Mark Howe drives to the right side of the Penguin zone. Flyers moving right to left. Tocchet, oh, as he belted by Brown and up in it on his wallet. A solid shoulder check. Tocchet checks the number. It's 44. Well, Robbie Brown putting the shoulder into Rick Tocchet and sent him flying, and Robbie Brown also went down. Paul Stewart, the referee now. I know exactly what he said. If this thing doesn't cool down, I'm going to start giving 10s out. That's exactly what he said. Yeah, Tocchet came over to say something to Robbie Brown, and Stewart took control of it right away. That's how you answer it.
Paul Stewart was a tough guy in the league. One of the really tough customers.
With the Flyers again. Trying to keep the puck out of the run as the Penguins dump it in. Zemlak battling on the far wing against Mark Freer. Stevens on the ice for the Penguins with Dan Farley and Jay Caulfield. Work free for the Flyers. Now we've got another fight. Dave Brown, who's he going to go with? Caulfield and Brown now, or Zemlak again. Zemlak flat with a left hook by Dave Brown, and down he went. He got an original punch in, but Zemlak went down as Brown caught him with the left, it appeared. Penguins lead 1-0 here at home against the Flyers, right here on the Penguins Hockey Network. Five-minute majors to both Dave Brown of the Philadelphia Flyers and Richard Zemlak of the Pittsburgh Penguins, dropping the glove. Zemlak got the original shot in, but Brown at 6'5" had the overpowering reach. And came back with the left and knocked Zemlak down. Zezel wheel and deal. Penguins in a box defense with 9 seconds to go in the Penguin penalty. Right point, Jay Wells. Over to Zezel. Zazzle left side, open as Carter moves in. He put it in front, deflected in by Lemieux. And the Flyers get the goal. Off the left side, Howe. Down to the near corner for Tocchet. Back to Howe now. Center point. Murphy now Tocchet right side. The Flyers moving the puck well. Here's Murphy firing, save made. Rebound score. Lemieux puts it in again. And the Flyers have a 2-1 lead. Quinn, Frawley, and Stevens out here. Boy, the Penguins are really changing their lines around. Kind of unusual in a way, and the reason I say that is the fact that now Bellamy's going to go. Who's he going to fight with? On the far side was to Kevin Stevens. Stevens and Mellamy got the first couple of shots, and he dropped the gloves first. Stevens came back at him.
Tony Esposito reportedly was after Scott Mellamy and inquired to the Flyers about him, and you can kind of get the idea why, because Mellamy is not only scoring goals and checking, doing everything for the Flyers right now.
Well, Scott Mellamy is going to get an instigating penalty here for this fight with Kevin Stevens. He dropped the gloves first, and Stevens tried to retaliate, and Mellamy got the first couple of rights in, and then Stevens came back at him, got on top of him. Play it back to center. 2-1 the Flyers lead. Dave Hannon in around traffic, cutting for the net by himself. Now comes in with a backhand shot, and Hextall got a piece of that shot by Dave Hannon. Caulfield now, and he's going to go. Who's he going to go with? Chikrin. Caulfield and Jeff Chikrin, they square off. This is a pretty big battle going here. Chikrin and Jay Caulfield.
I'm telling you, Chikrin's a tough customer.
He is. Caulfield and Chikrin, and neither man has been able to throw many punches so far. There's a right by Chikrin. Now Caulfield has his helmet off. He has turned around Chikrin, and Chikrin now has a hold of his jersey. Chikrin uses that right hand extremely well. Now they're going to break them apart. So Jay Caulfield of Pittsburgh and Jeff Chikrin of the Philadelphia Flyers both receive major penalties, I'm sure. We'll see if there's an instigator penalty on this fight, too. 8:22 to go in the second period. 2-1, the Flyers have the lead here on the Penguins Hockey Network. Now both men are going to get 5-minute major penalties for fighting as Caulfield and Chikrin drop the gloves. Chikrin goes 6'4", so does Caulfield. 200-pounder is Chikrin, and Caulfield about 230. 11:38 the time of the major penalties. Will not affect the play on the ice.
Caulfield's got some gigantic arms, and he's in the penalty box right now, putting his jersey on. Get a shot of just how big he is. He is gigantic. The monster.
And Phil Bourque, and the puck drilled wide of the Flyer net off the right side. Going for it will be Randy Hillier. He takes a heavy check from Knockbauer. Down he goes, and the Flyers come cruising back. 3-on-3. Right wing Dave Brown. Now a fight develops with Hillier and Don Knockbauer in front of the Penguin bench. Don Knockbauer and Randy Hillier battle now to the Flyer bench they go. And Hillier has him pinned against the glass. The linesman trying to pry the two men apart. Knockbauer, he comes with a left there after the linesman had stepped in. Oh, we've had a whole lot of fighting going on here in this second period. That's the fourth one we've had between these two teams. They've just basically squared off and gone at one another. Well, I think they'll go to the respective locker rooms. Maybe they won't. They're going to put them in the penalty box. We'll be back in a moment. The Flyers lead 2-1 here in Pittsburgh on the Penguins Hockey Network. He'll go back across rink. Well, he's elapsed. He's seen a lot of ice time tonight. You can tell the Penguins are a little tired right now. Play by Cullen. He can't make it. Lemieux takes it. Lemieux. What's the penalty call going to be? A tripping call against the Penguins. It'll leave it up. A tripping call coming up here. Brian Propp was pulled down, and now Propp and Mario Lemieux have some words. It might very well be Mario Lemieux who will get the penalty. Robbie Brown turned around by Samuelson. Tempers are a little short right now. Stewart trying to take control of things. It's Lemieux who's going to go off for tripping. The Pens fail on their third power play chance. The Flyers, after the penalty has expired to Knockbauer, will get another opportunity here with a man advantage. They've scored twice in this period. Scott Mellanby with both goals. Goals 12 and 13 on the year. Mikey Pennyworth scored the only goal for the Pens. Lemieux evidently said something to...
and he got a misconduct.
Paul Stewart.
He got a misconduct penalty. He's out of here. He and Stewart have been going at each other all night long, and now Lemieux is in danger of being thrown out of this game.
Well, Lemieux is going to be set off the ice. He'll go to the locker room. And he might get a game misconduct. Got to be careful here. Stewart's going to the box. He's already given Lemieux a 2-minute minor. And also a misconduct penalty, which is an extra 10 minutes.
Pittsburgh penalties. Number 66, Mario Lemieux. 2 minutes for tripping. 2 minutes for not proceeding immediately to the penalty box. And a 10-minute misconduct.
They're trying to get their legs going here. Pennyworth with 1:12 to go in the period. Swings wide to the Flyers in. Drop it off now to Quinn. He cuts right for the net. He's there. His shot. He shoots and scores. And again pushed up into the Penguins into the ring. Golampski around the far boards. Cut off at the left point by Wells. He gave it away to Dave Hannon. Hannon going up to the Flyers in. Left side to Zalapski. Zalapski moves in deep on the play. Goes behind the net. Has a man open in front. It's Bork. He's right there. He shoots and he scores. Bill Bork gives the Penguins the lead. 3-2 Pittsburgh. Oh, great. Falls at 5. Comes in deep. Zolly drop past to Bork. Bork's relentless. He'll go anywhere. And here's Bork rambling all over the ice again. Going to the right wing corner. Digging for it. Bill Bork in there, using his body. It squirts free to Kevin Stevens. Stevens cuts to the net. He shoots and scores! Kevin Stevens beats Hextall. And the Penguins now have a 4-2 lead. Here are the Flyers rambling. Back in the power play. Eklund to the Penguins in. Eklund drop pass to Prop. His wrist shot. And Peter Angelo says no, and he holds it with a glove. And the tempers heat up and around the Penguin net. Big Tim Kerr in there battling with Bill Bork. Bork has just been absolutely possessed tonight, the way he has played, and Bork certainly has been among the Penguin stars here this evening. And I think they'll cool down. And we'll get a face-off and the Pens in. All right, let's review that Ranger game. They beat the Islanders 6-4. 5:35 to go. So Lemieux denied on a chance there against Hextall. Here's Kartner now back into the Penguin zone. Has it between the circles. Look out. His backhand shot. The save is made. Rebound score. Kartner gets the goal, and the Flyers get that one to get back within a goal. Now Terry Kartner has scored to make it 4-3. With 25 to go. Lemieux makes a steal. He cuts right down the slot. He should get an empty netter here, maybe. No, he's got to be Dezel beat. Dezel makes a save as a goaltender, and he stopped Lemieux. Oh, he looked as though he'd have an easy goal there, and Dezel came over and made a stick save on Mario Lemieux. Now with 12 to go, the Flyers' final rush. Here's Howe on the move to the Penguin line. Long shot. Gloved by Peter Angelo. He holds it, and he'll take the face-off, and the Penguins in with 5 seconds left. Mellanby and Johnson push and shove. What a play by Zetzel to keep the Flyers at least. And I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't go back to his soccer days when he probably played as a kid. He just one-on-one against Lemieux went down just like a goaltender, made a great turning save with his stick to stop Lemieux. He turned his body over and wheeled the stick around, and Lemieux was knocked down on the play, too. The final score, Pittsburgh 4 and Philadelphia 3.